Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah. Welcome into Random Thoughts with your host, Paper Game Chuck, where I give out free game. On this here show, I talk about hot topics, trendy topics, hood politics, government politics, sports, and entertainment, or anything that run across this big head of mine. On today's show, I'm going to be discussing, this is a follow-up to my last show when I was talking about product of our environment. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of comments back, and I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the healthy debates, and I appreciate if y'all don't feel what I'm saying, come back at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm open to listening and changing my mind. If you have the expertise or the knowledge on the subject and you can change my mind, come change my mind. That's what I'm here for, baby. That's how we grow. You know what I'm saying? Men sharpen men like steel sharpen steel, and I like these healthy debates. You know what I'm saying? I know that you negative, low vibrational beings go come in here and try to disturb my peace, but I think I'm strong enough to withstand that. You know what I'm saying? I know how to pick and choose who to debate with or who to go back and forth with. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem going back and forth with you as long as we doing it out of love or high vibrational. You know what I'm saying? As long as we got the same goal, because I know we all ain't gonna have the same route to get to the same to the same destination, but as long as the destination is the same, you know, as long as we trying to get to the same destination, it don't matter how we get there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we get there. So I'm open to hearing whatever y'all have to say. So on my last post, a brother came back at me with never believe that those that set the table do not control who eats what and when. Ignorance to how society is set up is what keeps us endorsing these silly, incomplete concepts. Which is true. You know what I'm saying? I brother was right, but that's not what I was saying. I'm not saying that the social construct is not for us, is not holding us back. I'm not saying that the system is not holding us back. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, it's a fair playing field. I know that's my whole point. We know it's not a fair playing field. We know they got it out for us and always have it out for us. Or if we don't know, we should know. So I responded with, that can be true, but at the same time, we only can control what we can control, which is ourselves and our own actions. I can't blame the government or anybody for my choices and decisions. He replied back, yes, I've heard all the small sayings before that. That's not how leaders of anything approach a problem of any kind. But I guess it's a start. But no other successful group takes on your mantra, I assure you. It's great for individuals seeking inner peace, but not socially and culturally building. He said, I'm going to repeat. Yes, I've heard all those small sayings before, but that's not how leaders of anything approach a problem of any kind. But I guess it's a start. But no other successful group takes on your mantra, I assure you. It's great for all individuals seeking inner peace, but not socially or culturally building. Meaning that socially or culturally is not, the mantra that I took on is not going to help us build. And I had to disagree with that. It all starts with ourselves, you know? How we go socially or culturally build if we ain't getting ourselves right. But I'm gonna get to into that a little further. And then I replied with something. Help me understand this. First, this is what I said. Help me understand this. First, I'm not in denial about how we are and being treated by this government and how they keep their foots on our necks. But should we keep begging the government or other races of people to help fix our problems in our community when we know they're not? Or should we do it ourselves? Also, I know they set the table. I'm just saying, let's build our own table so we can choose when to eat ourselves. I understand they stopped us in the past and will try to hinder us again, but we still have to try. He replied, I totally agree. And then he said, no, you don't beg, you vote. And with your vote, you remove those local government that don't work to improve our plight. I agree that we blacks have work to do on self, but we are capable of doing it all socially, politically, and self-awareness. Will bring a real culture uplift that I think we both are talking about. And that was like the end of it. All right, For one, I believe, like I said at the beginning, the brother is on. We both have the same destination in mind. We just have two different ways of trying to get there, which is fine. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hinder him. I want him to figure it out and do it the best way. And if I can help him in any way, I will help him. Hopefully, he feel the same about me, because we still trying to get to the same destination. But here's my reasoning. You know what I'm saying? This is mine. I don't want y'all to take up how I feel to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all really feel me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't. That's fine. But here's where the problem lies with me, with his comment on socially, politically, and self-awareness will bring a culture uplift that my thing is this. If we as a so-called black people or so-called African Americans, whatever they want to they give us, because they give us a new name, it seems like every 50 years or something, whatever they call us, Negro, niggas, whatever. If we really think that this system, and we know, first and foremost, we know that it's a systematic, what they call racism, or a systematic depression towards our people, why, in God's name, for lack of better words, because y'all understand that, are we still trying to get along in this system? And the system is not meant for us. It don't work for us. When they wrote the Constitution, we weren't even considered fully human. This system is not meant to work for us. So why is we steady trying to get along in this system and telling everybody to go vote? Who we going to vote for? One slave master for another? All right, I ain't gonna say slave master because some people get offensive for that. One Democrat for a Republican? That's the same motherfucking bird. It's just different wings. Y'all know that. It don't matter who's in office. Our plight never changes. But y'all want to go tell us to go vote. Fine. If you want to go vote. Please do. I'm not telling y'all not to vote. What I'm saying is y'all telling us to steady try to get along or try to get right in a system that don't want us. This system never wanted us. And they ain't gonna never treat us fair. They ain't gonna never be equal. We ain't gonna never be equal in their system. So my thing is, why not create our own? He said, I'm gonna go back to what he said initially. Never believe that those that set the table do not control what. Hold on. Never believe that those who set the table do not control who eats and what and when. Ignorance to how society is set up is what keeps us endorsing these silly, incomplete concepts. Of course, they not only set the table, they built the table. Well, we build it for them. We build this table that they're setting to show us what to eat. So my thing is this, cool. They can have that fucking table. We gonna go build our own table so we can set what we want to eat and how we eat. That's all I'm saying. Fuck getting along in their system. They don't want us in this system. That's like when you was a kid and the little rich kid on the block had all his toys and shit, and he let you play with what he wants you to play with. You go home, what your parents tell you, man? No, fuck that kid. You got your own shit. Play with your own shit. Why are we begging them to do for us when we can do for ourselves? That's all I'm saying, y'all. And not only that, why are we trying to force ourselves onto them? And they don't want us. Fuck this system. If it come down to it. And I ain't saying it in a way like we gonna do nothing to them, because we don't have to do nothing to them. It's gonna be done to them once we figure out who we are and what we do and the power that we have, and just building our own stuff. And if you know history, the little bit of history that we couldn't find, the true history, every time we were building our own stuff, we were so successful, and then they had to come destroy it. Because we were outliving them. I mean, we were outdoing them in every aspect of life. That's the real reason why they stopped segregation. They didn't do it because they felt sorry for black people. They did it because, oh shit, if we let these black people continue to do it on their own and building their own shit, they go outdo us. And that's a fact throughout history. When we're left alone to do us, we always rise. From the ancient Kemet culture to all the African, so-called African cultures over there. Mali. Who was the richest man ever? It was a black man. So if we left to do to ourselves and to do for ourselves when we have no choice but to deal with each other, we always rise. Black brothers and black so-called black brothers and black sisters, this is a fact. That's why they stopped segregation, because they seen us outdoing them. That's why they destroyed Black Wall Street in Oklahoma City and the one in Florida and the ones all over the country. Even in Africa, they always come in and destroy what we have going on. And we're so loving and kind, we always want to bring them in because we don't want to be considered bad, or we're just not bad people. But every other culture, like he said, socially and politically, what other culture really depends on this government? Not the Asian community, not the Mexican community, not the Filipino, well, that's Asian. No other community do but us. We're begging to be a part of something that don't want us. We can do it on ourselves and still respect the government. Like Jesus said, give Caesar to what Caesar is due. We'll pay them what they do, but we don't need them in our business. We gonna handle our own business. We going to vote for these motherfuckers. All right, listen here. Here go my thing. If we gonna vote, at least let's raise up our own officials, our own, you know what I'm saying, our own politicians, so we can vote for it. Because these people that we're voting for are being lobbied by lobbyists. We don't have no lobbyist party that's gonna pay these people. So who you think they go? Who agenda you think they gonna push? Ours or the people that's paying them? But y'all telling us to vote, but y'all ain't giving us the whole story on what goes on with this voting and who we are voting for and who they are lobbying by. Because somebody paying them, and damn sure ain't us. So there's two ways we can do it. We can start our own lobbyist party. We can come together as a community and start putting funds up to the side, so when these politicians start going in, we can push our agenda. Or we can raise our own politicians from out our community and vote for. It can start small with the school board, with the city council, you know what I'm saying, mayor, you know what I'm saying? But these are people that we go put in office. Y'all telling us to vote, but when Savante Clark was out here in Sacramento trying to run for something based on he was too close to us, we didn't want to vote for him because we said he wasn't smart enough. So what? He'll learn on the job. He's a black man. He'll learn how to do it. At least we know he for us, hopefully. And that's another problem with us. We always got to point our finger at ours. Oh, black people ain't gonna never get our shit together. These niggas ain't gonna never get our shit together. Of course we not, because you know why? You ain't starting with yourself. We can always say what somebody else ain't gonna do, or how they ain't gonna do it, or look at somebody else just for you not to change. Forget him. Worry about yourself first. Look in the mirror. You change how you look and how you think and how you act, and then it's going to rub off on your family members, from your mother to your father, from your son to your daughter, from your brother to your sisters. You know what I'm saying? They see how you act, and maybe they'll change, and then you see how it'll flow from there. But first, it start with you. We can't worry about our neighbor not changing if we ain't changing. Come on, my brothers and sisters. Who said it was going to be easy? But it has to be done. We got to start doing for ourselves. Fuck this system. Fuck they politics. If we do get into that shit, we get in there to disrupt it. We go bring our own up in there. Why are we voting for them? Raise one of our own up in through the system so they can become the politician that can politic our communities, that we know care about, that has skin in the game with our community. It's simple. If we gonna vote. But don't go tell me to go vote for another so-called race or culture person to do something for us, or even if they is one of us that's being lobbied by somebody else, that by a lobbyist, that agenda is not the same as ours. Either we go start our own lobbyist group, or we go raise our own politicians. But it all starts with our individual selves, ladies and gentlemen. We have to change out of our low vibrational state to a high vibrational state, and out of love, and everything we do out of love. Our personal change, then we can change. Then it can spread through our families. So shout out to old boy that made that comment, man. I appreciate the healthy debate, and you were always welcome to come on this show because you're very intelligent and very smart, and you got a lot to say and a lot to need to be heard from our community. Because I agree with what you're saying. Some points. And some points I don't. But I know that the destination that you want to get to is the same one that I want to get to. But I'm going to end it here though, y'all, because I don't want to be too long on this one. If anything's going to change in our community, it starts with yourself. Looking in the mirror and changing who you are for the better, for the rise of our community. It starts with you. We can't point at Tom, Dick, or Harry, or our cousin, or any superstar celebrity. Then ain't gonna never change because look at these other niggas. Fuck everybody else. Worry about yourself. You change. It starts with you. Once you change, you go recognize the people around you starting to change. But if you don't change, you're going to be stuck around those type of people you're talking about. And the ones that don't want to change, you know what I'm saying? We'll deal with them when it's time to deal with them. And that's all I wanted to say, man. We got to have more self-accountability for our own actions. We know this system ain't for us, never been for us, and never will be for us. Because we don't run the system. We don't even have no skin in nobody that's in the system with skin in the game. And if they do have skin in the game, they being stole from us by lobbyists or they got something on them so they can't really help us. So, again, fuck this system. Let's get ourselves right. We are a sick people. We need to be quarantined off from the rest of society so we can heal and get our minds right and learn how to love ourselves before we be pushed back into the society. Before we can love somebody else, we need to love ourselves. As that speaks to us individually, that also speaks to us as a whole. We need to learn to love ourselves. Heal ourselves, be accountable for our own actions before we even be accepted and respected in a society. They don't accept or respect us in this system. We don't know who we are, where we came from, and we depend on them. We like a stepchild or a foster kid. We're just being dealt with because it's like the right thing to do. They don't want to look too bad. But that's all I came on here to say today, y'all, man. Peace and love to the guys and goddesses, man. I love y'all so much, man. And again, if y'all have any questions, y'all have any remarks or any thing y'all want to debate with, or you know what I'm saying, let's go. Let's have the healthy debate. You know what I'm saying? Long as it's out of love and high vibrational things. You know what I'm saying? Come on, change my mind. Tell me where I'm wrong at. Tell me where you disagree at, or where you agree at, and how we can move forward. Because we need solutions. We all know the problem. We all been focusing on the problem for the last 400 years. Now let's focus on the solutions. You feel me? I love y'all. Again, peace and love to the guys and goddesses. Until next time, I am out.
Orange Track.